Hi guys, it's obviously Mr. Aiken here. Just wanting to try a new way of helping you guys with your revision and your study of the Shawshank Redemption. Um, and so obviously this is just where Red comes in for his first time, for his first parole rejection. But just while he's going through that, I just want to draw your attention to a few things first. Well, we're going to concentrate on when Andy comes into the prison. We'll also look at the scene where Andy leaves the prison, and I want to show you a couple other film clips that have got similar themes and techniques around that idea. Okay, I'm just going to tune it down a wee bit. Um, um, yeah, there we go. Excuse me. All right, so if we look at this is last year's film question. Now, one of the things that seemed to catch quite a few of you out is some of these questions. Now, this one here, analyze how tension was created for a particular purpose in a visual or oral text. That would have been perfect for Andy coming in for prison. Okay, now a lot of you guys missed that because we'd concentrated so much perhaps on, the hopelessness and the despair. But of course, tension is another way of saying it. The tension of the despair of coming into prison. Do you know what I mean? So this question here would have been great for Andy's coming into prison. Another good one would probably be analyze how a relationship. Well, maybe not. Yeah. So if we also look at, he says going back for the sample question. Just waiting for it to load up. Okay, I've got a few things opened here at the moment. It's not going to do it. Alright. So let's get back to the movie. There we go. See, I'm going to stop this a wee bit. So obviously here you've got a great, this is called a aerial shot because it's done by usually a plane or a helicopter, or in this case I would imagine it was a helicopter. And we follow Andy's van, whoops, my bad, Andy's van, or bus I should say, coming into Shawshank there. Okay, we'll just carry it on. And of course this used to be an actual prison in America, and we go right over. And so what it also does is it establishes how big it is, how big the prison is, okay, which in some ways really highlights how insignificant and small Andy is. And you got this sort of soft melancholic sort of sad music, and you got all the other prisoners who are going to do all the chanting coming up, going out to the gates as well, etc. Okay, there we go. I really like the sound effect of the flag floating there. Okay, and as you can see, compared to the end part of the film, you've got like a kind of a filter over the camera. Whoop, just pausing it there. You've got a filter over the camera to give it that bluey, cold sense, okay, which already adds to the sort of the sad and depressed and melancholic mood or feeling that this particular scene has. And remember, a scene is kind of like a section of film. Okay, generally it's like filmed in one location as such, before we go to the inside of the prison. And here we've got like the shot of Andy, and it's quite dark and all the rest of it. And so we've got him wearing his suit, and his hair's a bit ruffled, and his suit's just not quite fine. And of course we followed Red and all those other guys, his cohorts, up along to here, and just purely by the fact that they were a bit higher than the others gives them a wee bit more edge to it. Oh, and I love the shot here. Okay, it's meant to be a point of view shot from Andy, but as you can see it's kind of a bit false because this is actually closer towards the front of the bus. But here you've got this great framing of the window, which really helps that sense of entrapment, enclosure and imprisonment for Andy. And then of course you've got all the threatening guards with their shiny badges and their dark blue authoritarian uniforms, with old Mr. Hadley at the front there. Okay. There we go. And you got the fresh fish chanting along there, and then you got the camera dollying along here, and then a real high angle shot, bang, looking down over the prisoners, and then back to Andy inside the bus. Okay, more framing there, and then outside the bus, of course. Yep. And you can hear the sound effects of the guys chanting, and not only chanting but rattling on the on the on the fences, etc. Okay, and you know, the dialogue is going to be a bit brutal. There we go. All the prisoners are chained together, and then we've got like a good group shot of Red in his collars, and a good dollying shot as the camera is moving along with the prisoners, and we see that again repeated when Andy escapes. Okay, a nice camera movement for them all to go in, and then a good close-up of Andy. Okay, and then he looks, a point of view shot, we see him looking, and then this is kind of a point of view shot because it's like we're looking through Andy's eyes. Okay, you know, close-ups one there, and he looks to the other side there. There we go, looks to the left, and there we go, we're looking at him to the left again. And then back to a 3-shot of the different groups beating on them. Okay. So already from the start, you know, it's kind of ironic because that Red he bets against him, you know, but as it turns out, it's actually the tables are turned, really, aren't they? Because it's actually Andy who saves. He saves Red from the hopelessness of being institutionalized, because he just, you know, Andy really saves Red's life, really, doesn't he? Giving him a bit of hope, belief for once he's out. Okay. And there we go, there's the guy they're talking about, the guy who actually gives him first. Oh, there we go, and once again we're seeing it from Andy's point of view, and this, like I've said before, this is Alfonso Freeman, Morgan Freeman's real life son. There we go. Sorry, I shouldn't keep pausing it there. But it's a low angle shot, slight low angle shot. So of course it's like, you know, we've got we're looking up to Red, literally and figuratively, and of course behind there we've got the set. Okay, and this is all just probably paper mache. It's all made up, or maybe, you know, part of the prison, or a bit of both. Okay, and of course the institutionalism of or the walls and the greyness and all add to the fact that this is definitely a prison. You know what I mean? We've got the uniform and of course the old school numbers there, etc. Okay, and so it pulls it up fast as far as Andy, and a slice pushing, and then here we go. There we go. So not only have we got Andy's body gesture looking down, okay, we've got the props of the chains and all the rest of it, really entrapping him, and we've also got all the other prisoners not only sort of framing around him, okay, so they're sort of forming a type of circle around them, but they've also, like, you know, not with the sound effects of them cheering and jeering and all the rest of it, but they've got their body gestures, pointing the finger and yahooing and yelling at them and clapping and trying to intimidate them. This all adds to the fear for Andy of coming into prison. Okay, and they all work together to create that hopelessness and fear and anxiety and tension of, oh my gosh, I'm going to spend the rest of my life here with these freaks. Okay, so the bet against him, a slow push out. Okay, so they're taking bets. So not only, you know, remember Red loses a lot of cigarettes because of this. Now, I really like this part here. So you've got also this part of the soundtrack. You've got the dialogue over the speakers telling the prisoners what they have to do, and then the music, you can kind of, just as I started again, it's kind of changed into Threnody. Remember, Threnody is kind of like an unerring, weird sort of a sound, which makes it even more scary. And I love this. And this is actually seen by some film directors and experts as like mine, one of the best scenes or end of scenes in film history. Okay, and so just listen to it. There we go. And then we've already used to, there we go. So we've already, I know it's hard to hear because I keep stopping it, but and once again, point of view shot. It all, I think it's just because it all works in together. It's kind of like the climax of the scene where you've got the music that's gone in the minor chord and the Threnody. You've got Andy looking up, and it just is just fantastic. There we go. So you've got the dollying in, or the camera on wheels is what dollying in is, pushing up. You've got the point of view shot of Andy, and then it just goes up, up and up, and so you've got the tower coming in, and it pulls it there. You've got the low angle shot because the camera position is low, looking up, and then boom, it's like the towering structure of the prison just engulfs not only Andy but us as the viewer, because we're kind of looking through Andy's point of view. Okay, and remember we've said before that Andy's point of view, when we look at through Andy's point of view, it kind of makes us partly inside him, and so therefore we are so much more sympathetic and empathetic for what he's going through. And this is what adds to the hopelessness or the tension of Andy going into prison. Okay, I'm just going to check